Fala galera, beleza? Aqui quem fala com vocês é o Wendel. Bora aqui com mais um vídeo de Vampyr. Acho que é isso que fala, né? Vampyr ou Vampyr? Acho que é Vampyr. Correto se pronunciar. Mas bora lá. Nós paramos aqui, ó. E eu até peço desculpa para vocês que não tinha cronometrado o tempo. Eu tenho uma hora só para jogar pelo PlayStation 4. Em gravações, né? E passou de uma hora, nem percebi, aí eu fui interrompido antes da hora. Mas assim, foi na hora, mas antes de eu me despedir e tal, né, fazer o vídeo certinho.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
Vamos lá, continuar.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bom, a qualidade de sangue de quanto a experiência de receberá, esse aqui eu li no vídeo passado, né? Beleza, enfeitiçar, bora lá. Enfeitiçar, bora lá.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Ó, X para abraçar, clica o bola para libertá-lo. Libertá-lo, né?
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Acho que não vai ajudar o cara.
Did I black out? What happened? Whoa, I feel giddy. What happened? Whoa, I feel giddy.
O cara vai morrer ali, vai não?
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Voz desconhecida. Deve ser do tal de William, não? Que ele matou. Que a gente lutou contra ele no último vídeo. A ambientação do jogo é show de bola, mano.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Tá bem sujinho, minha filha. Tá cheio de sangue na mão, no avental.
He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Dorothy Crane.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Vai carregando, por quê? Esse jogo tem mais carregamento que eu queria. Mas tá bom, né? Vamos ver que a próxima geração praticamente não vai ter isso aqui de carregamento.
My name is Pippa
Né, meus
Hawkins.
queridos?
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end,
Pensar que a gente tá
nobody was
passando
spared?
por pandemia, hein, gente? Então, pior que a gripe espanhola que existiu nessa época, né? Nesse século XX.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
It's locked.
Is locked. Inglês britânico é bonita. A ambientação do jogo é muito bem feita. Ele não tem os melhores gráficos, como eu falei no vídeo passado, mas ele é bonito. A ambientação é muito bem feita. Não deixa de ser bonito os gráficos.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you,
Vampira também,
puny
quem diria?
mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Que aparecem as investigações sobre cidadãos de acordo com o distrito. Para iniciar esta nova missão de cidadãos e quadrado, depois acesse seu mapa para ver e explorar a região.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss?
De novo, perguntei a mesma coisa.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
De novo,
Is that not
mano.
enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm curious to know who you...
It was such a long time ago.
Não tem mais nada, eu preciso de pista ali. Não tenho pista alguma.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Maravilha. Mapa bem grande aqui, hein, gente.
Come now, we can handle this.
Cuspe, tosse e espirros em público propagam a gripe e se espalha pelas gotas de saliva e coriza. Evite tossir em público. Previna doenças.
A lot of my own life.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly,
Cara maluco,
if I
deixar ela
I'd
morder
join
ele.
her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Ah, se pudesse entrar aí pro mundo dela, parece ser mais divertido que o meu. Mais louco que o outro, hein?
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Sarcástico, hein?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Tem mais nada por enquanto. Não.
On every street corner. Daily moves.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news
William
about his
Bishop,
recent
é isso, né?
behavior. I went to his place and he refused
É o
to
cara
let
que
me go.
supostamente tenha transformado o Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted
William
soul,
Bishop.
searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Santo triste. Ah,
Do you know Tom Watts? The bartender
Tom
from the
Watts.
Turtle. I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Só isso.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Dava pequeno. Hospital grande, gente.
Not now.
Paciente Thomas Elwood, sexo masculino, 28 anos, médico responsável, Dr. Tippett, data de admissão 16 de setembro. Data de liberação a ser definida. Observações: outros pacientes sofreu queimaduras graves e foi desfigurado por uma durante a guerra, mesmo com o uso de sedativos fortes, ele afirma frequentemente sentir as dores das feridas. Suas chamas ainda queimadas sobre a pele. O que diz exames dos tecidos cicatrizados não indicam traços de inflamação, infecção ou inchaço. A cicatriz tão limpa seria se o caso de dano persistente aos nervos. Você está sempre se culpando pela própria descuração. Poderia ser um caso de culpa do sobrevivente? Dois fantasmas manifestando-se como punição por não morrer com seus companheiros? É. Ou alguém vai transformá-lo. O John transformou em vampiro, né? Sei lá. Aquela menina lá transformou em vampiro quando mordeu ele. Não sei se é assim que se transforma, né? Nesse jogo aqui.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows, a kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Artigo sobre Econs. Aproximar-se de um vampiro é uma oportunidade rara e quase um privilégio. Uma possibilidade de observar o seu físico intrigante, suas características psicológicas sob o olhar científico e racional. Mas algumas das habilidades mais fascinantes que já observei nos últimos 10 anos ao entrevistar alguns vampiros, ou Econ, como eles preferem se chamar. Velocidade sobrenatural. Vampiros podem agir, se movimentar como um mortal em todas as suas ações. Mas para um olhar treinado é possível ver que eles têm sentidos apurados, aguçados e reagem mais rápido que qualquer mortal. Em certas ocasiões, susto, surpresa, necessidade de fugir, viu um vampiro se movimentar tão rápido que parecia ter desaparecido para aparecer em outro lugar. O olho humano é incapaz de seguir os movimentos deles quando agem dessa maneira, mas não se trata de teletransporte ou desmaterialização. Trata-se de apenas velocidade sobrenatural. Para mim é um atributo felino que os permite correr, esquivar e pular mais rápido em maiores distâncias que nós. Ele tem tal velocidade parece deixar os exaustos que estão sujeitos a limitações físicas. Mesmerização. Uma das habilidades mais poderosas que um vampiro pode usar é a capacidade de forçar o mortal a obedecê-lo. Chama esse atributo de mesmerização. porém não tem nada a ver com a habilidade de imortal alterar o estado mental do indivíduo. Vampiros podem influenciar o mortal como bem entendem, podem até destruir sua mente. O vampiro que entrevistei me disse que quanto mais o indivíduo resiste, mais permanente será o dano causado, como se o vampiro literalmente quebrasse a psique do alvo. Mesmo o vampiro explicou que era necessário tempo para dominar essa habilidade, o resultado poderia variar consideravelmente de um indivíduo para outro. Implantar uma memória falsa ou apagar uma dolorosa, as possibilidades são infinitas e assustadoras. Consciência sobre o sangue. Talvez essa seja a habilidade mais catastrófica de todas, já que é a causa de inúmeras tragédias, tanto para nós como para os vampiros. Vampiros anseiam por sangue, eles têm de usar sua força de vontade para evitar beber desenfreadamente toda gota de sangue que aparece à sua frente. Verdade. Desculpa, gente. Eles precisam de sangue para funcionar e usar todo o potencial de seus atributos sobrenaturais. O vampiro faminto pode ficar muito enfraquecido, mesmo que não possa morrer de fome ou sede. Essa vontade, essa necessidade de sangue explica o motivo dos vampiros serem tão atraídos por ele. O vampiro me confessou que às vezes... Opa! Pera aí. Não, gente, o que eu fiz aqui? Meu Deus do céu. Pera aí, gente, apertei sem querer aqui. Desculpa aí, gente. Deve pra vocês lerem lá, né? Vou ler mais, é muita coisa ali. É muita coisa para ler ali naquele documento. Mas é interessante para entender mais sobre os vampiros, né? Bastante interessante. Demora demais, eu corto isso aqui na edição. Bem que eu voltei no mesmo lugar, bora continuar. O capítulo tá meio arrastado porque é muita coisa para ler, né? Mas é o sonho de um bicho na bancada. Beleza.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Exato, vamos.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Descanse na cama até a próxima noite. Descobri quem está espionando o Thelma, beleza. Deixa eu ver agora. 645. O que eu vou fazer, hein? Bloqueio o sonho do alvo nas vezes e deixo indefeso. Isso é legal. Como é que eu vou fazer isso? O botão eu vou apertar, gente. Sei lá. Vamos lá, confirmar, né? Na noite seguinte.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals.
Turno da noite. Ajuda em missão. Ajuda o hospital Pembroke a lidar com a epidemia. Analisei o sangue de William Bishop, mas o resultado é apenas parcial. A amostra de sangue estava muito mais instável do que o sangue humano, continha diversas mutações, mas não é o que aconteceu comigo. Tente continuar pesquisando. Preciso reunir mais evidências do que está acontecendo. O tempo pode estar a meu favor, mas não a favor de Londres. A epidemia está matando milhares de pessoas e a cidade está à beira de um colapso. Começo a acreditar que tudo isso possa estar conectado de alguma forma, mas não vejo nenhum padrão ou explicação plausível no momento. Por enquanto, tento fazer o papel de médico e dar o meu melhor para ajudar quem precisa de mim, enquanto continuo minha busca. Beleza.
What about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying.
Então coloca água, caralho. Essa planta, ué. Vai falar que a flor tá morrendo de água, mas não dá água pra planta, ué.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply
Tá
of
coberta de
antiseptics is
sangue da
nearly
roupa inteira,
depleted.
será que não tem mais...
I was hoping there was
mais
another
roupa,
box
não?
up here, but
Sorry. There's nothing here.
some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. I cannot enter. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Interessante. Doce, mano.
It's locked.
Velho necrotério. Vamos lá. Tô saindo aqui. Não, tem que voltar. Isso demora, velho. Por que fui voltar aqui?
It's locked, all right. Similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Turno da noite, contra os medicinais, utilizáveis no antigo necrotério, contra o pouco de torfato ferroso, pouco de pó, quitórito de sódio contra a chave do porão do necrotério.
I cannot enter. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Encontrei os ingredientes no porão.
It's locked. Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Interessante. Pera aí. E aí, ficou dando a hora já? Tá de
Mr.
volta,
Connor's
beleza.
injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Arma branca de mão oposta. Beleza.
It's locked.
It's locked. Trancado, né? John Doe. É, galera, isso aqui eu vou deixar para próxima live. Nós continuamos aqui, ó. Será que dá para Ah não, hein, gente. Tá não, hein? Próxima live eu continuo. Vai acabar meu tempo aqui. Então é isso aí, galera. Não esqueça de deixar o like, o seu comentário. Sejam todos muito bem-vindos ao canal. Até a próxima aí. Valeu. E tchau!